Holy fucking shit, dude! Sphincter the Goomba appeared in the background of the new Mario Galaxy movie trailer. I can't wait for him to get 0.67 seconds of screen time! Super Mario is a franchise turning 40 years old as of this year. If you want to get super autistic about the details, though, it would be closer to 45 years old, considering Donkey Kong and the games predating the original Super Mario Bros. On NES. Now consider the celebration of such a thing. We've got a big year ahead of us, don't we? A whole galaxy of possibilities. And that's exactly what we got. In movie form, that is. With a sequel from the hit Super Mario Bros. Movie from 2023 coming in April. Judging by the trailers, I am hyped as all fuck. Like, 10-year-old me would have been taken aback to my 720p Wii gaming days, where everything felt so much bigger. Cue the title and theme for this movie, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Holy shit! Or is it the Super Mario Odyssey movie, or the Super Mario Bros. 2 NES movie, or the Super Mario World movie, or the fucking Mario Sunshine movie, or just the Super Mario Everything movie, bros? There's just so much fucking shit here, I'm gonna have a cerebral edema from all the content. This is gonna be fucking epic! Which naturally leads me seeing how long this movie's going to be. Let's see here. The film will be 1 hour 35 minutes in length. Fuck.
What? Fuck.
This is either gonna work or it's gonna fall fucking flat. I'm probably overreacting, and there's certainly something to be said about most of the shit being background, referential, and Easter egg-like, and that there isn't gonna be really a focus on all of it. But the main issue I have here is that I feel like they're going all out way too fucking fast with the franchise. This doesn't feel like a sequel, more like an Avengers Endgame type movie. But isn't it better to have more content and one-up the first film? Well, that's what I want to talk about first. One thing that's definitely remaining true with this is the hype of the franchise remaining high, not just for me individually, but for many gamers around the world. The first film was met with unsurprising massive box office results, but also, kind of more surprisingly, critical acclaim from its handling of the source material, given how video game movie adaptations end up. Especially that fucking dumbass stupid Mario movie from 1993 that should stay fossilized, handled by Illumination, another huge surprise given their track record. But with Nintendo handling the controls, the movie was able to capture the essence of Super Mario and its vast history, while also holding its own as a unique animated film. It had its kids movie isms, but what the fuck did you expect? It's fucking Mario. But that's also precisely the other major component. Mario seems easy to adapt on the surface, but in reality it's actually quite difficult given its logic, along with the physics and, most importantly, the story. Because there's barely any fucking story to begin with. Solving this issue came in the form of going back to the franchise's roots, where Mario and Luigi were warped into a magical kingdom far away from their New York plumbing job, as they embark on an adventure to save a princess from the clutches of an evil Bowser, or as he's known back then, King Koopa. That box has already been checked off, and that's one of the most promising aspects of the Mario Galaxy movie, is that they're able to go completely crazy with this concept as a result. This is a great route for video game movies in the near future, where you start with something that's more familiar and digestible for a general audience, but while you sacrifice the quality of the film with your true core fan base, you give it back to those exact people in the future, with sequels embracing the charms and quirks of the video game universe. This is most apparent with the Sonic movies that have come out in the past decade, where these films started out as very basic buddy comedy road trip fodder with good comedy and character iconography, while also keeping the core story at its roots. But it's also a franchise that grew more and more expansive as it started to fly off the rails and go absolutely nutty. But there's one big difference between the Sonic movies and the upcoming Mario Galaxy movie. The Sonic films took their time. Sonic 2 added new characters and lore, but didn't additionally fucking cram all of Sonic 3 and the eventual Sonic 4 film into its sequel package. Obviously, my video here here is trivial and will seem fucking stupid to some of you, but when it comes to a franchise as big and expansive as Super Mario, why would you dump most of your most iconic elements into its second movie? Like, slow down, Illumination. You got a whole franchise to make here. I know this because of how y'all go about making stupid tumor-shaped limp dick dipshit conveyor belt moldy overly expired Facebook mom joke pieces of Indian food stool known as the Minions. We all know how successful these Mario movies are gonna be. We don't need to shove it all up the personification of a sequel's ass. God. I think I'm also biased because I adore the Mario franchise and want to see more of it in the future, so them playing all their cards into one film is kinda silly, and I bet some Mario fans can vouch for me on this too. I think logically, to circle back to the beginning of the video, I did say that most of this shit is probably not going to be major, but compared to the first Mario film, where it mostly stuck with the 80s era of Mario games featuring Mario Kart, wouldn't it be cool if they went for the 90s era of Super Mario instead of going gung-ho with the series as a whole for just a meek 40-year-old celebration? I mean, Yoshi was one of the biggest reveals of the movie's cycle, even in the post-credits scene of the prior film. I just feel like this isn't going to flow naturally. It's virtually impossible to do so with all of that shown in the trailers, which, let me point out a lot of stuff that was revealed, because that's worth talking about. You have the main characters like Rosalina, Bowser Jr., and Yoshi taking the stage in the film, which is good. Feels like a natural addition to the cast. They all appear as characters in Super Mario Galaxy 2, which lines up with the title. Various enemies and mini-bosses are shown too, and I'm especially excited to see characters from the almost forgotten Super Mario Bros. 2 game with Birdo and what seems to be Mauser. We even get the dinosaur from the Mario Odyssey game appearing, which leads me to conclude that most of the trailer is probably only to hype us up, and will in actuality only be sightseeing tourist shit for the white people in the audience to take pictures of. I mean, good work, me. Advertising 101 right there. You just learned a certificate in dumb fuckery for not seeing the ploy. I think that's the root of the frustration of mine, though, is because I don't want all of it to be sightseeing tourism. I just want the worlds to be explored one at a time and flow naturally. Exhausting most of Mario's core ideas into one extra film will thin out any more possibility in the future for them to make more movies and in turn, more coin. Maybe there's just a contractual obligation involved, but who really knows? Shit choice if you ask me, but this just feels like the Mario Odyssey movie instead of the Mario Galaxy movie, because there's definitely more signs of that fucking game here than Mario Galaxy. If I had it any other way, I'd recommend this turning into a TV series and not a film shorter than Iron Lung, where that movie has far less going on than Mario. 1 hour 35 minutes is not nearly enough time for all of this in depth, but 1 hour 35 minutes is definitely not too long for the kiddos. Here's a possible thesis theory hodgepodge. It's pretty obvious taking a step back, though. Maybe the different biomes we see in the trailer are part of a quest for Mario going to collect as many stars as possible to save the galaxy from tyranny and shit. Kind of a smart way to explore multiple different Mario games and universes into one film. If I'm being totally real, though, I doubt there's a big payoff for planning 30 Mario movie sequels, because that doesn't keep the lights on in Illumination or Nintendo's sweatshop basements. Keep working on those Yoshi popcorn boxes, kids! Anyways, with as expansive and vast as this universe is, the only logical solution will be to probably just make it Far Off Realms or some Star Wars shit. Either way, I'm hyped for this series despite my complaints made off this teeny weeny microcosm of a video in the galaxy spread of video essays on this damn movie. Fuck y'all, I want to make my bread too. It's a celebration of the modern 3D Mario games, which is also why I feel like going slower would have been more optimal. So shit like Mario 64 could have gotten a bigger spotlight or some shit. But I can also understand that this is just Super Mario and the details are so dumbed down and simplified to keep the kiddies occupied and not hyperfixating on every detail. I mean, the Sonic movies didn't do that, so I don't think a franchise similar should be all that either. It doesn't need to be a complex story. All I want is some good, juicy, meaty world building that feels like a growth/level up from the prior movie. And at the end, though, I just hope that one Luma star from the first movie gets warped with us to the next galaxy.
Life in prison is very, very sad.